Hi guys, it's me, your beautiful and bodacious queen, Taco. We are on the Girls with Voices podcast, and I'm with my other queens.
Hi guys, my name is Chichi.
Hi guys, my name is Kimberly.
And today we're talking about myths about sex, because you guys like to lie. People like to lie and spread false information and put other people in danger. So we're just talking about it today, and we are going to demystify some of them. And the reason why we talk about this is because, especially with people our age, you get into a lot of danger when you believe things that other people tell you. And especially if you're in high school, you're like in an echo chamber where everyone is just like saying the same ideas to each other and whatever, and you don't know the right thing, and so you can go and get yourself hurt. And so the first myth that I have over here is everyone is having sex,
Which isn't true.
it's not. What you gotta say about that?
I think we should realize the fact that you get to a point where, okay, for me, high school, I'm with my friends during lunchtime, and we're like literally everyone's talking about their experiences, and you are there and you think, oh, so everyone in my cycle is having sex, so let me go and just have sex because everyone is doing it. But then we realize that we have a lot of fake people, especially in high school. People come and sell you dreams and tell you lies. They're like, oh, we did this when it didn't even happen, and you end up at a point where you're actually doing something that you actually end up like doing stuff that you think your friends are doing when actually they're not doing it.
Especially because people want to impress each other. People want to be who they are not. People want to be fake. People want to pretend. So telling other people that, me, I'm doing it. And on top of that, they tell lies about how they are doing it. And then if you believe that, you then go and do that when you're not ready physically, emotionally, mentally, and you get yourself into a lot of trouble. So that is a myth. Not everyone is having sex. That's a lie. Don't believe that. And the second one, I was actually shocked when I heard this one. Everyone, look at me repeating, is virginity is broken 3 times.
I think that's a myth. I think the first problem is that we have made sex to look like it's something bad. I mean, if it was bad, we would not be here in the first place. So I feel like as young people, we should talk about sex, and we have this image that people are having sex are bad people, which is why we go around lying and say we have not had sex even if we have had. And then we also have the myth that people who have sex are cool, that is why we lie to each other and lead them wrong. And then with the issue of that virginity is broken 3 times, why are we misleading people?
I just need to understand mentally, where are you as a person for you to believe that your virginity doesn't get... Virginity is a social construct, so this construct, let's just put that aside. But how is that broken 3 times?
And also, like, what defines virginity? Is a virgin someone who's never experienced an orgasm?
Exactly.
Is someone who's never had anal sex is a virgin someone who's never had penetrative sex? Like, what defines virginity? Because if we go deeper, we need to find that it's just a social contract, like you said, which is just there.
And I feel like the reason why people do this virginity is broken 3 times thing is because we have attached this mental image of being a virgin being a good thing, and so people want to hold on to that for as long as they possibly can, which is why they'll be like, no, I did this one time, or you might regret it and you say, I did this one time, so now I have 2 other chances. You're not a cat with 9 lives. Please.
Like, I actually was in this other group, and there was this girl, and she was asking for advice. Apparently, she was saying, I once had sex when I was in grade 5, and now I'm like 18. I want to know if I'm still a virgin, because apparently virginity is so important. I even have this other friend of mine, like, apparently, so when she was like her first sexual experience, the boyfriend told her that, okay, so in order for you to completely lose your virginity, you're supposed to like have sex 3 times or 3 days in a row. So she went the first day, they had sex. She went back the second day, they had sex. Then the third day, he was like, now you're okay, you're no longer a virgin.
You are getting cheated. Wow. You are being cheated,
so
guys.
That was like, my boyfriend and I want to have sex, and like I had sex, and he was like, I was in primary school, so I wanted to ask if I'm still a virgin. Should I tell you what happened?
Yes.
Or what? So,
no, wait a minute. Wait, guys, sorry, let's backtrack. In primary school.
Yes. So now she's
this
like
is
older,
sounding very
and she wants
rapey
to find
me.
out, am I still a virgin? So I don't tell him dreams or tell him that I'm a virgin, then he discovers I'm not or something.
Virginity is not that important. Let's move on. Let's find other things. And then another myth that we have, girls cannot enjoy sex. And my first question about that is, why are you doing this risky and dangerous act if you're not going to enjoy it? What's that about?
What's the point?
Why would you be doing that? You should be able to enjoy it if you're doing it. I don't see the purpose, because I think this comes from like a slut-shamey type of point of view, where boys or men or whoever want to control the narrative. Because if you actually go online and look at the orgasm gap, it's very, very, very big. And so if women come into themselves, and then they know that, young women come into themselves and they realize that I am really not enjoying this, you wouldn't want to be there in the first place. But if you're encouraged to be like, no, if you enjoy something, you're a whore, and no one wants to be a whore, then it means that anybody can come and sleep with you, and you're not going to have any agency over your own body. So you need to be able to enjoy that. I would not risk getting pregnant for how many minutes of me staring at the ceiling and not having fun. Imagine getting pregnant and you didn't enjoy yourself.
What's the point at the end of the day?
I think it's the whole issue of socialization.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from back then when you're just told that you're not supposed to enjoy sex. Sex is for the other gender, it's for them to enjoy. So I feel like, then what's the point of us having a clitoris if we're not supposed to enjoy sex? If we're not supposed to experience those orgasms?
Yes, girl.
What's the
Exactly.
point? I mean, it takes two to have sex. Why should one enjoy it and the other one be left behind?
Yeah, because there's this book that I was reading by I think it's Buchi Emecheta, and the lady in the book was like having sex with her husband, and because she had been groomed from like being a young girl that she shouldn't enjoy that, in the moment when she was enjoying it, she was like, she had to remind herself that she shouldn't, and then she had like have a straight face and be like, no, they want you to be like, no, they don't want you to actually have agency. And it's also related to women not making, it's another myth, women are not supposed to make the first move, stuff like that. You are supposed to be courted. You are the one who is supposed to be a passive participant, whereas the man is supposed to be the active participant. Men are the ones that enjoy sex. Men are the ones who are supposed to chase sex. And so you, as a holy, upright and amazing woman, you're not supposed to go after those things when you should.
And I think most of all, you realize that women actually do this. They don't want to make the first move because they are scared of, if I make the first move, what is it gonna think of me? Like maybe the guy will start asking questions like, where did she learn all this? Who is she practicing it all on and stuff like that. So you get to a point where you're like, let me not start. Let him be the one who actually starts, because you don't want to be labeled and called names at the end of the day.
I think this is actually confusing, because you would read some stuff on the internet or actually studies, or where you'll be in groups in WhatsApp where you find guys saying you want girls who make the first move, and then this other part you find guys who say girls who make the first move are the problem. Like, people should just have one.
It's very
idea.
contradictory.
They should just be like, this is what we want, not just saying that you want this today, next thing you want that, because it becomes a problem. So how do you face that as young?
Because the thing is, it starts to change. They want from a specific age to a specific age. You are supposed to be innocent about sex and everything. And then immediately after that, there's no transitional period that you are given to be like, now it's time to learn about it. You go straight from I know nothing to why are you boring in bed, and then they make fun of women that don't know how to, like, young women that don't know how to do anything, when it's like, we are products of that society. It's not like you woke up and you decided for yourself that you're not going to know how to do anything. And then another myth that we have, which really disturbed me, I'm really disturbed by the things that you people are saying, is certain sex positions prevent pregnancy. Like, doing it upright prevents you from getting pregnant. I'm not sure if that's a gravity thing. I don't know. That's never made. I'm trying to understand it. Okay, is it that when you're upright, the fluids are coming down?
It's like not going to, I don't know, maybe it's because, I don't even,
sorrow, guys.
it doesn't even make sense at the end of the day.
It really, most of them don't make sense, and it also makes me question, where do these things even come from? Like, where? How are you not going? You're going to get pregnant. Please don't do that. Please. No.
As long as you're not using protection, you will get pregnant.
You know, it's like that one about how if after you have unprotected sex, you're supposed to jump up and down because you don't want to fall pregnant. Apparently, they say, I don't know. Or maybe
No, it pushes everything out.
yeah.
That's how it is. It's going to push
That's what
everything
they
out.
say.
You are silly. Don't do that. And this other myth is actually quite related to what we were talking about before, was only men should carry protection. Guys.
That's a top one.
Guys.
Because I think this might have like grew, or actually, because I think it's because of the fact that we realize that most female condoms are not available. Okay, on the issue of female condoms, there are some cases whereby you don't have female condoms, but then also look at the fact that as a lady you're carrying male condoms, and the moment you're actually carrying them around and you go and give them to your boyfriend, who said, oh, what are you using this for?
Yeah, like it's such a weird thing. Like
Why
some
do you
men,
carry this?
some guys like get turned off by the fact that you are carrying protection. As you wanted us to both get like sick or something. I don't understand that. You should be happy that I care about your well-being in my own.
Well,
Weird.
I
Don't be
once took 3 condoms. Now I go post your phone and I was with Cheech. I remember I was with Cheech.
Yeah.
China shop like, and this guy is like, can I have your number? Just because
They think it's an invitation.
Like, can I have your number? So I'm like, so if I'm carrying these condoms, it tells you that I am ready to have sex.
Free Mandela.
Once, because I'm
Yes.
carrying condoms.
They
And
not
as a
think
female,
that. Yeah, they think
That's
that
what
they
they
have ownership over you, and that you are a whore, essentially, like what I was saying before, that only whores carry condoms, because why are you carrying them? And like, even with some people that have like sexual relations with older men, if you try to like, if you try to have safer sex with them, I forgot what the word is. If you try to have safer sex with them and you like pull out a condom and like, please put this on, they will start asking you, why do you know about that?
Where did
You know,
you
how,
get it?
why do you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sir, I'm trying to protect you and myself, please. And then another one that we have is, you can't get pregnant on your period. And I feel like what I have to say about this is, the word can't, when it comes to situations like this, we shouldn't be using that word, because there's no 100% protection on anything unless you get a tubal litigation, which is getting your tubes tied, or they have a vasectomy. There's no 100% anything. So yes, it's unlikely that you would get pregnant on your period, but if you are chosen and life has chosen you to be that example for 2022, you will get pregnant. You will be the chosen one.
and you'll be pregnant. And you won't be fine.
And you ask yourself every day, why me? Just use a condom. Literally. Even if I'm not gonna judge what you guys having period sex, I'm not gonna judge that. I'm not gonna ask questions about that, but I'm gonna say just use protection. And then another one is, you can't get STIs by having oral sex. Guys, I'm concerned for you.
There is need for dissemination of correct information.
We actually do need to have like,
on STIs, because this is like
What-
the wrong information. We really need to like look at what people know when it comes to STIs, because right now we're misleading people and we're putting the lives of these young people at risk. I mean, right now we know that the statistics are high in Bulawayo in terms of cases of STIs, and it is these needs that fuel the rise in these cases, right? So I feel like we need like proper information, correct information. We need to stop spreading information that is not true.
if you don't know, if you've never read on this, if you're not a biologist, if you're not a gynecologist, keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Don't even talk about it. Don't even share to your friends, because some of our friends are clueless and they just listen to whatever we say.
Yeah, and especially for younger people, like what I was saying before, especially when you're in high school, you are like in an echo chamber with other people that don't know anything. And so you guys are like throwing around ideas that are just bouncing back on each other. You guys don't know anything. You're not yet fully formed human beings with your own personal convictions and ideas. So you willy-nilly believe everything, and that's not anybody's fault. It's part of growing up. But I would honestly advise, before you start engaging in like sexual activities, get educated, learn about things, because it's really unfair that you can end up getting not punished, but you can end up having bad repercussions from small mistakes. So you can't get STIs by having oral sex. You can get STIs through the spread of bodily fluids. So that's semen, period blood, and other things. And so if someone with some kind of STI, it could be HIV, it could be gonorrhea, it could be herpes, anything, does the nasty with you, I can guarantee you, charwar, you'll get sick.
The STI shall be with you.
So you should get tested. Get tested before you do anything with anyone. Use a condom. If you don't know that person's status on any of those things, don't do it. Would you get into a bus going to another country without knowing if the driver has a license? No. So don't do that with your own health. And another one is, you can't fall pregnant if a man withdraws before he comes. This is actually really popular, guys.
The most popular
very
one.
very 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 popular. What do they call it? Pulling out. It's called pulling out.
Say it's like now we're having sex, right? And we're like, oh baby, we don't have protection. And it's like, I'll pull out. And you trust this pulling out game. Then 9 months later.
9 months later, that pull out will be coming out, and you guys will be singing and urinating, buying baby clothes for that pull out. I think don't rely on that one. But pre-cum, which men, it's like, I don't know what the word is. It's not ejaculate. It just like comes out when they're aroused. One can't feel it when it's coming out, apparently. I'm not a man though, so I really don't know. I'm just doing hearsay and things that I've seen and read on. They can't feel when it comes out, and you're also not sure on whether there's sperm in that pre-cum, so you can get pregnant from it. Like what I was saying before, there's no such thing as 100% sureness with any of this stuff. So you do that with someone and they will pull out and spill their seed to the side or whatever. And 9 months later, where will you be? In the hospital, crying, screaming, welcoming a new bundle of joy into the world. So
probably fatherless, because the guy would have pulled out.
A man who actually tells you that, no, my pull-out game is strong, and like, don't sleep with him. Don't sleep with him. If he's not advocating for protection, he will leave you a single mother. Don't do that. Okay, and then what's the other one? There's no birth control for men. This is true, unfortunately. Men, but I did read that there's like a birth control for men. I think it's a pill or something that's currently being developed. So hopefully in a few years the responsibility of birth control won't be on women, and maybe men will feel how it feels to be hormonal and emotional and crying and gaining weight and all of those terrible things.
But then I feel as though we can even say the birth control for men might be the condom, because they can actually control.
That's true.
Actually goes
I guess. But when we talk about birth control, isn't that mainly about
maybe the
something to do with your body? It doesn't necessarily have to be hormonal, because there is the copper IUD, which isn't hormonal. But yeah, I don't know. I guess a condom can count as protection, but I don't know.
For now,
I don't know. Well, this is all that I have to say in my little podcast episode today. But this is not even half of the myths that are out there. So go on the internet, read, educate yourself, go to a library. Don't believe other people. They are lying to you. You'll be a teen mom if you listen to other people. Don't say Tabu didn't tell you. I love you. Subscribe. Bye.
Bye.